protecting the community. They shouldn't be working undercover.
We will use resources to be able to identify those that are committing crimes.
Portland police and protesters responding to the Bureau's use of undercover informants at police protests outside the ICE facility. Good evening. Thanks a lot for joining us, everybody. I'm Steve Dunn.
And I'm Barry Mangold. This was first reported by the Oregonian. Court documents from multiple people arrested at ICE shed light on this tactic.
Portland Police Bureau says this is nothing new. K2's Christina Giardinelli talked to protesters and police about this. Christina, what did they have to say?
Yeah, Steve, protesters here tell me they do not agree with that PPB tactic. I'm going to step aside so you can see what's going on here. A pretty large crowd has shown up already, expecting it to get larger as the night goes along. But protesters, as I mentioned, said they believe PPB should be showing their face and showing their presence here, not going undercover. Now, PPB tells me this is a tactic that they use for smaller protests so that they do not have to show up in large force at these protests. Portland Police Bureau confirming its use of undercover informants outside the ICE facility to make targeted arrests.
So at times when we believe that there's criminal activity or we know that there's criminal activity in those events, we will use resources to be able to identify those that are committing crimes so that we can ensure that those that are participating peacefully and lawfully can do so and not be affected by those that are doing criminal activity.
Court documents from multiple arrests outside the facility shed light on the use of undercover informants. A PPB spokesperson says this is a tactic they've used in the past, too. They say they're used for smaller protests so that officers don't have to come out in force and can focus their efforts on crime, not peaceful protests. Some protesters tell me they feel the tactic lacks transparency.
If they're using other people going undercover to look for these people, that's kind of sick and twisted.
I think that you should be proud of what you're doing, and so you shouldn't have to be undercover.
I asked PPB about possible impacts to public trust. But how do you feel like it's affecting trust in your agency?
I believe we have a duty to ensure that those people that are down there participating legally and lawfully in their First Amendment rights need to be protected, and those that are committing crimes need to be held accountable to those things.
Now, PPB would not tell me whether its informants were paid. They also would not say whether those informants are protesters or counter-protesters. They did say that the informants are not federal agents and said they do not cooperate with federal agents. Live in South Portland, Christina Giardinelli, K2 News.
All right, Christina, thank you.